Merry Christmas, Ghana Rugby. I say Merry Christmas to everybody, and I think it's been a wonderful year for Ghana Rugby, and you all need to congratulate yourselves. It's been a year of tremendous success, a year of tremendous overachievement. We started the year knowing that we had won the Bronze Cup, which would be no more in terms of silver, gold, bronze. We started the year not quite knowing what the end would bring, but at least the philosophy of getting dedicated players together to work with a goal of succeeding. Not for me, but for Ghana and for yourselves. And I say, Happy Christmas. You really have earned it this year. We've seen the club sides do well in the boys at Conquerors and the ladies at Conquerors. We've seen the emergence of an under-20 squad, which knows what it needs to do for 2020 to be even better. But more important than that, we've been able to establish the Tri-Nations this year, which has been a tremendous success. We went in with a first team plus young development players to join, to develop them for the way forward. And for that, we were happy. It was not about winning or losing. It was about the performance. And then it is that we saw ourselves move on, develop, get into the sevens tournaments, of which the ladies made us proud, and pave the men's way for the men to do the same. Even though we didn't qualify for the Olympics, the challenge trophies themselves were tremendous success. And I think it was a testament to the amount of work that has been put in by individuals. Yes, some have been left behind. Some do not see the need to train. Others don't understand that the global game has changed. And certainly, the traditional values will always be there. It's about everybody else and not thinking about ourselves. But the standards of global sports today, be it football or rugby, boxing, UFC, you name it, it requires a different level of application and training in order to be able to compete at the top. And I think we've had a few dedicated players who've done that in 2020, and they've done Ghana proud. I think the culmination was beating Botswana, 20 points higher than us in world rankings, and opening the door for a 2020 which is going to be difficult. It is not a year in which we'll expect anything, but it is the foundation for 2021. That's the way it goes. I say congratulations to all of you. It was a great joy to be at Elmina to watch the boys do so well. We saw our weaknesses. We saw what needed to be done. And behind all of that, we are now having to plan for a 2020, which is going to be far more intense than the past. Congratulations, I say again, and congratulations. The playing body aside, we need to congratulate Coach Dallas, for the tremendous work he's done, and the guidance that we've had from Colin Osborne and Stuart Amar in prepping us and making sure we go forward. Not to forget Dr. Ross Potita in South Africa. They're members of my board, which I hope will be standing in the elective Congress to come very soon, who've also been of tremendous help, both at Gara and at St. West, which are the pillars upon which rugby is run. But we should make special note of what was done in Elmina this year, the Tri-Nations, as well as the Nations qualifying match against Botswana. James Nunu and his team performed excellently and did Ghana proud, and I say congratulations. So always round, I say congratulations. The technical staff, though the ones that we're developing to come up, team managers in Hakeem, Amewu, Captain Black being given the under-20s to work with others, and we're trying to see how we can get more people more inclusively involved. The match against Botswana had representatives from virtually every club in Ghana. So the diversion of bringing in more talent from other places has been a joy to watch. The young girls who came from the north to make a difference, great. Young Paulina, who was the sensation in Tunisia, I say fantastic. Her captain at the same time, Augusta, was also a revelation. Young Anita, the future is huge. And I need to thank again those old players. I spoke to Akko before the match against Botswana. He was going to get Ima and Samed forward, previous captains. so that we actually give some respect, because time moves so fast in this game. There was a time where there were players when I came, none of whom, apart from Alex, is playing today. And Alex, I have to say, is an extraordinary captain, extraordinary player, and I take my hat off to him. That's fantastic. But there are players who played and they will not understand from 4 years ago why they're not playing today. But all of you know how it goes. We try and pick who's best on the time. There were ladies who were so upset they didn't go to Tunisia. The fact of the matter is, everybody has got to raise the bar. Past reputations don't count for anything. They count for nothing at all. And we've been proven right, because as we've gone for who's best at the time, who's adapted, who really wants to understand the program, let alone pass the Stewart's famous yo-yo test, has meant that we've got a certain group of people who have come right the way through. And as I look at the future, I can see other players who are working very hard to make it, the Terracoos and the rest of this world, whose levels of fitness are frightening and are improving every single day. Selim of the expats showed us that he was prepared to lead and to work and to bond with all the other mates. The fact that he's had players staying with him for the last couple of months says we got to raise our hat and say thank you. 2020 is going to be a big year. All I say is Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Fight for the positions. Nobody's guaranteed one. Maybe one or two. But it's wide open. We're looking for positions everywhere. Because to play Zimbabwe and Tunisia, who are ranked 32 and 34 in the world, when we are 88, is like a task that is just so far-fetched. But I believe if we work together, we can accredit ourselves well. We may not win, but we'll do well enough to say 2021, 2022, that is the future. Happy New Year, everybody. Enjoy with your families. Have a very, very good time. I'm here with my family and my loved ones, and I'm very happy indeed. Take care.